button element. Button element is HTML element that we use to create clickable buttons inside of our HTML form. Basically, with button, we can create element that we can click, and some further action will be taken after our click. Important attributes that we have for button are type, which represents what is the type of the button. There are 3 predefined values that we can use. Button, that is type of button for which we need to define onclick function that will be called when we click on our button. Then submit, that is type of button that will take all values from our HTML form and send that values to the server on server-side data processing when we click on that button. And reset is type of button that will clear all values or set it to initial values in our form when we click on this button. An onclick HTML attribute represents JavaScript function that will be called when we click on our button. So basically with JavaScript, we can define something like welcome message. So when our user click on some button, pop-up window with welcome message will be displayed. Now let's define button start and end tags. For button start tag, let's define type HTML attribute. First type will be button. For button type, we need to use onclick HTML attribute. And let's define label for our button. This is gonna be send comment button. Okay, inside of onclick, you need to define JavaScript function. I will use one very simple alert JavaScript function that will open pop-up window with these tags that I have entered here. So basically we'll have pop-up window with your comment has been sent when we click on our button. So let's test our changes. Let's press our send comment button. And as you can see, we have our pop-up with tags that we have entered inside of our alert JavaScript function. Of course, you can use any JavaScript function that you like here. The second type for button will be submit. For submit button, you don't need to have onclick HTML attribute because submit button is basically a button that works in that way that will take all values from your HTML form elements and send that values to the server on server-side data processing. Unfortunately, we can't test this in this lesson, so let's undo our changes. So let's set this back to button. But we can set the last option that we have for button. So let's define new button. This type of button will be reset button. So let's define type HTML attribute with value reset. Let's define label for this button. So basically how reset button works. Reset button will clear all values from our HTML form or set that values to initial values. So let's test that. If we refresh our page, here it is our reset button. Let's enter any values in our HTML form elements. Let's set here the maintainer, comment, and let's choose, let's say suggestion. If we reset our HTML form, as you can see, all values has been cleared or set to initial values. For user, that field has been cleared. For role, this value is set to initial guest value. Comment field also has been cleared, and the same thing for comment type. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and I hope this was helpful to you. If you like our work, please become our Patreon or simply donate over PayPal. Please remember, even a little from you means a lot for us. You can follow us on our Twitter and Instagram profiles, and please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, because on our YouTube channel, knowledge is waiting for you.